Hey everyone, Matt McKay, golf fitness professional here at PGA Tour Golf Academy. Today, I want to talk to you guys about different core exercises and what it is to truly exercise your core as it pertains to the golf swing. Now, a lot of you may think when I say core exercises about a six-pack or washboard abs. That's not necessarily the case. Especially for the game of golf, what we want to do is stabilize our spine and our pelvis. And the muscle group that does that is called the transverse abdominis, the TVA. This is the most inner unit of our core, which will actually, like I said, give you stability at our spine and our pelvis. Again, things that we need for a game of golf. The first exercise I'm going to demonstrate for you guys is called a bear hold. So essentially, we're going to get on the ground on all fours in quadruped position. Make sure your fingers are spread and that you've got good surface contact with your hand into the ground. That's going to help with your shoulder stability. From here, tuck your toes underneath you, take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, pull your hips and your knees back. Taking that posterior translation of the hips is going to make sure that you're more oriented in the core versus being too loaded on the shoulders. Now, this is just a stabilization hold. So everyone's a little bit different, but holding it for up to 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds for some people will be pretty good. When we're holding this, just make sure that we're breathing consistently in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you start to feel that your wrists or shoulders are taking too much of the weight, pull your hips back or just simply drop the knees back down, shake out the arms, and reset the exercise. Another progression from this bear hold, and one of my students' favorite exercise, is using a mini medicine ball that's filled up with sand. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get back into that quadruped position, that same start, deep breath in, exhale, and pull those knees back. But now you're gonna reach across the body and roll that ball across to the opposite side. Stabilize with the arm, switch arms, and then roll the ball over again. Very simple, but what can happen when we do this? Some of us rotate too much with the hips instead of having a stable shoulder and stable core. Also, some of us may pull across and over roll to get the ball there. The thought is to stay controlled the entire time. So 1, 2, 3 is a great cadence of getting the ball going back and forth. Again, this is a progression, so if you struggle with that, revert back to that original position and hold this and dominate this position. The next exercise, we're going to utilize a stability ball and challenge our core in the sagittal plane. What we're going to do is first get an upright position at the hips. From here, hip hinge back and then press your elbows, the upper portion of your forearms close to the wrist on the stability ball. I want you guys to put a little bit of pressure into the ball, maybe 30% of your maximum of pressure. From here, you're gonna roll yourself out, maybe just an inch or so. Right now, I'm already starting to shake. So what we're trying to do is hold these different stability positions and make sure that our core is working. Now, a couple things will happen the further we go out. For some of you, when we roll out, you may feel that your pelvis tilts forward. If that's the case, you're gonna feel a lot of tension at the lower back. The exact opposite of what we want to accomplish. Really focus on your core, especially the lower portion of it. I'm tall, a slight hip hinge, my forearms get on the ball. From here, I roll myself out and have a little bit of dig through the forearms. Holding this position, about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on your ability. Next, roll out to the second. Then finally, the fourth portion. So if you want to think about this like a ladder, working your way to the top, a fabulous way of going about it. Another way of going about it too is working randomly. So say I start at position 1, and then I go to position 3, and then position 4, back to position 2. Essentially just challenging the body at these different stabilization positions. A great way of doing this with a partner or to spice up your exercise routine. All right, guys, the last exercise I want to show you today is called an anti-rotation Pavlov press. So what we need for this is a resistance band and have it attached securely to a post, a chair, something that's not going to move. So have the band facing forward with your palms facing upward. It's going to help keep your shoulders back and your shoulder blades adhered to your rib cage. From here, walk out, we'll call it, but get to the point where the band has good tension on it, where if I don't focus on stability, it's going to pull me back or sway me back. From here, I'm keeping my shoulders back, keeping my hips upright, eyes on the horizon. After about 20 seconds or so, I'm going to press forward with it. Now, it may not look like much is occurring, but because this band, or my hands are further away from my body, this band is pulling extra to get me back towards the starting position. about 20 or 30 seconds here, and then bring it back in. Again, pull those shoulder blades back so you get your elbows behind you. The whole time we're trying to maintain the same hip position. 20 or 30 seconds goes by, press forward and hold on tight. Make sure you're breathing this entire time. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We'll bring it back in for one more go. You may add another mini rep in this if you'd like. But I'm gonna press forward once more. I'm starting to fatigue, more on my side closer to the band, holding that stability, and then bringing my elbows back in, controlling it before we finish, and then finally letting go of the band. Now, make sure that we do this bilaterally. So we would have the band on my right side and holding it where the band's trying to pull me back. So again, an anti-rotational Pavlov press. Hey guys, hopefully those exercises work out well for you and you have a little bit more education of what we're trying to accomplish when doing core exercises. Now, if you have further questions or are curious about what we can do more, check the description box below and you'll find the links to then get set up and come see me here at the PGA Tour Golf Academy. Hey guys, hopefully you learned something new today and that you can apply it into your own lives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date for more videos to come from us.